Cash Crew, we're back again for another episode. This time we're going to be talking about all this damn traffic from AllStar Weekend. How you feeling, Vlad?
I'm good, and welcome back for another week episode. Got a special week this week. NBA is on break. It is one of the best sports weekends outside of the Super Bowl All-Star Weekend, which
For
is
sure.
usually my favorite sports weekend. I like, all the stars coming out and, you know, mingling up together, and then obviously, for the big game, the All-Star game, to see your favorite stars all playing together. So we're
A
just
little
going to
different this year.
definitely different this year, obviously due to COVID, but the NBA decided to still go along with All-Star Weekend and go along with the festivities.
And apparently, according to our mayor, Keisha Lance Bottom, this is a made-for-TV event, and no one needs to come down. Well, Keisha, damn it, no one listened to you, and they knew you was, in the words of all the Atlanta people, capping, all right? Because we know all this damn, you know how many brunch things have gone down? Bruh, anyway. It's good for the city, though, and especially good for people who like sneakers, for all the events. I mean, if you just want to go out and have a good time, safely, y'all, safely.
Definitely be safe out there, but all the out-of-towners definitely did come out for All-Star Weekend.
Pop-up shops everywhere.
Everywhere, brunch everywhere, everybody at Lennox.
Good time to be black.
for sure. So Atlanta's definitely packed this weekend. But let's go into All-Star Weekend. This is the first COVID one, so the format has changed for the first time in probably ever.
You know what's crazy? Before you go into the All-Star game and all that, I forget, like, I was thinking this is our second COVID. The other one before was just before, literally right before everything got shut down.
Yeah.
And looking at it now, I went back and watched the highlights. I was like, yo, what game was this? What year was this? It feels like it's been 5 years since then. And you were at that one.
I was at that one, yeah. It was like 2 weeks before the national shutdown. I mean, COVID was here. I'll be honest with you. I was out there. COVID existed, but it just didn't become a big thing in the United States at that time until 2 weeks after. So
it was really until Italy started really getting bad that, the United States started shutting down. But I was like, man, I that was such a great game. When did that happen?
Correct. So the NBA got lucky last year, but this year not so much.
Lucky for them, Atlanta is open.
Wide open, unfortunately. But this year's format is different. Obviously, we didn't have a Friday night, Stars challenge. I mean, not Stars challenge, but celebrity game. Saturday night, we're not going to have the typical 3-point contest, skill challenge, dunk contest. This year, they decided to put everything in one day. So we're going to have the 3-point contest before the All-Star game. And then at halftime, we're going to have the dunk contest.
Oh, you know what? That's actually a good change. I don't mind it. You don't like it?
No, I like the event the night before because it gives some of the people to look for, and then use Sunday just for the game.
Yeah, I get that.
Because if the dunk contest is in halftime, how long is halftime going to be? An hour?
Yeah. And at the same time, because I was thinking, well, the players going to be there. That would be cool. But the players always go anyway.
Yeah,
they're usually courtside anyway.
Absolutely,
so,
they'll definitely show up.
Yeah, so, I mean, and then on top of that, what I was wondering? Really, how many people is Phillips Arena? I said Phillips. State Farm Arena. That show you my age. State Farm Arena. How many people are they going to even let in? Like, it's not at full capacity. Not that
Nowhere near. Maybe 20% capacity.
So it's like, I mean, I get that you want it to be played no matter what, and you chose the right city, to be honest. But I'm wondering how weird that's gonna be. But hey, it's just something that we got to do, and I'm honestly glad that they can still put it on. I wasn't happy when they canceled it. I get why they canceled it, but that doesn't mean I was happy about it. I'm happy that it's being played. It gives us something to look forward to, because it would have been 2 weeks with no basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah, no thank you.
2 weeks, yeah, that was the break.
That's trash.
That the NBA was going to promise everybody. Well, not everybody, but the players to rejuvenate for the second half of the season.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, hey, let's see. There's a lot of things to talk about, though, because there's a lot of faces and names that are missing from all of these events that I thought should have been in there. So we definitely need to get in there. There's some people that are in the game that just don't do it for me. Like I don't I have no I don't want to see them in the game. I don't care for them. I know how well they played. Don't test me. I know how well they played. However, still don't give a damn. Is some boring ass players in this game.
We definitely gonna get to that. We're for sure gonna get to that. But let's get into the events real quick. 3-point contest. Um, we got 6 candidates this year. We got Jaylen Brown, Mike Conley, Stephen Curry, Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, Zach LaVine. Who you got to win the 3-point contest?
Oh, 3-point contest. Give me the guys again.
Jaylen Brown,
Mm-hmm.
Mike Conley,
Mm-hmm.
Stephen Curry, Jason Tatum,
Mm-hmm.
Donovan Mitchell,
Mm-hmm.
Zach LaVine.
It's probably gonna be Steph. If I had to put money on it, it's probably I would put Steph number 1 and Zach LaVine number 2.
Okay. Well, before he got injured, I actually had Devin winning it again because he won in 18 in LA, but he got injured. So I'm going Curry again. I think that if Curry wins it, this might be his second or third,
Which is crazy.
3-point contest trophy. So yeah, I mean, I think I'm surprised Donovan made it, but yeah, Curry. I think Curry got it.
Well, there are game shooters and there are practice shooters. So I feel like Steph is the greatest shooter of all time. But he's both. He's practice shooter and he's a game shooter.
To me, Donovan, Jason, Jaden,
those are all game shooters.
Yeah, they're game shooters.
Being set shot, I don't know if they have that.
Honestly, I think mostly all of them except Steph is probably a off the dribble or game shooter.
You need your rhythm and
well, actually, no. Mike Conley will probably do well.
True.
But outside of that, the rest of them, yeah, they're game shooters. Off the dribble, off screens, off curls. I don't see them standing still and getting it off the rack and shooting. But yeah, I got Steph Curry winning that. This year we got 3 contestants in the dunk contest. A lot of 3 young guys. We got Anthony Simmons from Portland. We got Obi Toppin from New York, and Cassius Stanley from Indiana.
Cassius Stanley, Anthony. What's the last name?
Anthony Simmons.
Oh, okay. No, that's not who I thought it was. I'm going Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin with the Knicks. Okay. I've seen him play it a few times. I actually saw him play in college with Dayton. He is a rim rattler. So I'm gonna go with him, and he's surprising because he doesn't look like the ultra athletic type. He just kind of looks regular.
No, he got bounce.
He has hops. So I have my money on him, but I know a lot of people gonna want to go with Cassius Stanley.
That's my pick. I'm definitely going with Cassius Stanley because I've seen clips of him and that boy can jump. That boy got bounce, and I think he has more of creativity out of all three of these guys. Like Simmons, he can dunk it. Like, you know, he can catch bodies. He can, you know, definitely poke it in the game. Tobin is power. You know, I mean, I've seen him do windmills and through his legs, but Cassius got the bounce. I think he's going to add flair to it. So I got Cassius Stanley to win it this year for the dunk contest.
Okay, cool. And we forgot about something. You know, I have to say it, but y'all really not going to have Duncan Robinson in the 3-point contest? All right.
When you talking about Duncan Robinson, y'all not really going to have Zion Williamson in the dunk contest?
Yeah.
I think that's what everybody wanted to see this year, especially he didn't participate last year.
But you got to put your name into it.
Yeah, but I mean,
with everything else though, they've been saying Zion so hard, so they've been pushing him so hard that you would think that they would just tell him, Zion, you need to be in it.
Yeah, that's true. I think if it wasn't a COVID year, he probably would have entered. But because there's only 3 candidates this year and it's a COVID year, I think they're trying to preserve Zion to when things go back to normal.
And it's halftime. It's only halftime.
And he's in the AllStar game this year.
Yeah, it's a sideshow. It's not really the main event.
Yeah, it's not the Saturday night main event. So unfortunately, no Zion this year. But
I would have had Zion off the strength if he was in there.
For sure. I mean, the NBA would just, here you go, Zion, you won.
Yeah,
Just
because in the end, I don't think he would have been creative. I think he would just be throwing
yeah,
the ball
just
down so violently
violently,
that you
yeah.
just like, okay.
And well, it's crazy. His jump ability to me kind of came down since his high school days. To me, I felt like he dunked, he glided and jumped higher in high school. Now, I mean, he still gets up there, but he dunks just with more power now.
He's
But
weighed down by all the money that he has now.
just
He's
got that
loaded,
check.
so he can't jump as high anymore. His pockets
Definitely
too
got that
heavy.
check and eating them beignets in
There
New
you go.
Orleans.
There you go. It's different.
But let's go ahead and go to the main event, the All-Star game, the biggest event, the event that everybody wants to see this weekend. Team Durant versus Team LeBron. I feel like LeBron been the captain for the past 5 years of the All-Star game ever since they started this whole captain thing. So let's just go down the roster. Team LeBron, we got Giannis, Bradley Beal, Stephen Curry, Luka, Joel Embiid, Kyrie Irving, Nikola Jokic, Kawhi Leonard, Jaylen Brown, and Anthony Davis. Obviously, who got injured. And which will replace, I think, Rudy Gobert will be that place for Team LeBron, and then Paul George.
That team is monstrous.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, Rudy Gobert is going to be on Team Durant. I think Donovan Mitchell is going to be on Team LeBron, but they switched the when they drafted, so Sabonis is actually going to be on Team LeBron from the picks.
That team is crazy.
Yeah,
I think LeBron may have a coaching career ahead of him, man, or a GM, maybe not coaching, but a GM, because we all know how smart.
He's gonna be an owner. If
anything. He's gonna be an owner. He could be an owner and a GM, because you look at Michael Jordan, he's basically both. He influences all the personnel decisions.
Well, not no more, but
if Michael Jordan don't want somebody, they're not coming.
Yeah, I'm just saying that, but Jordan's not. He don't have his owner's stake in the Hornets no more.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, but I'll say the person who done it the best from an owner standpoint has been Mark Cuban.
Yeah, for sure.
I think Mark Cuban, from an owner and just GM standpoint, as far as what type of team and roster he wants to build, he's done the best job as far as looking at players and scouting them and building a team. But let's go back to the roster. Team Durant, you got Rudy Gobert, James Harden, Zach LaVine, Dame Leonard, Donovan Mitchell, Chris Paul, Julius Randle, Ben Simmons, Jason Tatum, Nikola Vucevic, and Zion Williamson.
That team is going to get plastered.
I don't think so.
I
honestly don't think so.
It's going to be a murder.
Because I'm looking at Team Durant. You got Harden, Dame, Tatum. Obviously, KD's injured, so he's not going to be playing. But you got about 3-4 guys that's just straight bucket getters. Like, one-on-one ISO. Yes, I know you got LeBron, Giannis, and Steph on one team. Plus Joel Embiid.
Why do we need to talk anymore?
You're right.
Why are we this is MVP candidates. MVPs all up and down their roster.
You're right. I feel like the starting five, Team LeBron got a better starting five, but Team Durant got a better reserves.
That makes sense. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
But they definitely going to be hurting because Durant is out. So I definitely got Team LeBron.
If Durant was on the team, it would be, I feel like, more of a puncher's chance. But you know how it is. They're going to play it up. It's going to be for entertainment.
Absolutely.
And we know guys are going to be taking it easy because they really want to be resting right now. And I don't think a lot of guys wanted to play this game.
No.
So LeBron was very, he's saying that he said it was dumb. He said it in one of his interviews. He was like, "This is stupid. Don't want to do it. I'm gonna be there, but my mind is not gonna be in it." And to me, half of me was like I get it. The fan in me was like, "We don't give a damn, LeBron. You're gonna be there, and that's all that matters. I don't care if your mind's in it, bro. What you talking about? Dunk the ball." But I get it. So guys are gonna take it easy until the last part of the game. And
fourth quarter.
Yeah, fourth
Fourth
quarter.
quarter is usually when they turn it on.
But there's different rules now. So, but let's before we get that far, continue about the roster.
No, that was a complete roster for both sides. Um, I just I wish Devin didn't get hurt because again he was a reserve that got in due to injury of AD, and he ended up getting injured. So now he's missing, which was supposed to be his second All Star. But congrats to Jaylen Brown, first time All Star, well deserved from the Boston Celtics. I'm glad he got to make it. But there's a few guys that I'm looking at this roster, and I don't know. I mean, I know Mike Conley for the longest was, I'll say from his Memphis days supposed to make the All Star game, but he didn't. Now he did, so I think the NBA did him a service. But this year, I know every year we have snubs, but this year
there were some big snubs.
there's quite a few, and I know everybody was chiming in when the list of All Stars got put out, and everybody would say, "Well, if there's snubs, who would you take out to put in?" And I think that's the biggest discussion. Mm-hmm. So, looking at that roster and knowing who was a snub, who do you think goes in for who?
Well, give me the list. Give me a list of snubs, because there's so many.
Okay, we got a few. Bam, your boy from Miami didn't make it. Bam Adebayo.
I was gonna leave that for last, but since we're talking about it, yeah. So yes, he did get snubbed, but I mean, we weren't playing well. So and we just got back to 500, so he wasn't playing as well. And Bam is very frustrating to watch because he has the skills. He is a very skilled big, and he's not consistent yet. And that comes with being a young player. And if you're gonna say that you are an all-star, then you've got to be able to bring it every single night. We know the guys that are on there, most of them. I think Sabonis probably is kind of in the same thing with Bam, but he doesn't bring it every single night. I mean, he still affects the game, but he doesn't bring it offensively, and that's really, to be honest, what gets you into the All-Star game is you being able to put on all ends of the court and all sides of the ball. So yeah, that's a snub. And keeping with Miami Heat, it's actually wasn't a snub. Jimmy Butler did get, it has been reported, he did get the nod to be in the All-Star game. He declined. You know the reason?
Because Bam didn't get selected.
Because Bam didn't get selected. Like, how could you hate on this guy? So yeah, we didn't get our guys in there. We didn't get Duncan Robinson in there either. We got Tyler Hero in, so that's cool. But yeah, that's definitely Bam not being in is a major snub. Who else we got?
We have well, you already said Jimmy, so that's the second one. You also have believe it or not, he made some noise. He thought he was gonna be All-Star this year, but DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah. He has been playing well. I cannot lie about that. It's funny because you let Mike Conley in, who to me does nothing. He does nothing for me. Like, I'm not excited to watch Mike Conley play. But I'm not excited to watch the Spurs play either.
Well, this is I think the reason they put Mike Conley in is for two reasons. One, Utah has the number one record in the league. Mm-hmm. So they already had Donovan and Rudy Gobert. And Mike Conley never made an All-Star game. Mm. And let's be honest, he's at the back end of his career. So if you look at Mike Conley versus the Devin Booker, where Devin Booker is only 25, 26, he has another 15 years to play. Mike Conley might have another 2 to 3 years to play. Mm-hmm. This might be Mike Conley's one and only All-Star game. He might not ever have another chance. So I think the NBA was just like, you know what? Because he never made it, because of how tough it was in the West when he was in Memphis, this is kind of like a courtesy, like, hey, get in. So is it. And, he is my favorite player. He has a great season, but it's like Chris Paul. Chris Paul is getting up there in age. Chris Paul is getting up there in years. And obviously, this is not Chris Paul's first time in All-Star. He's been a multi-year All-Star. But He's a household name. They want to try to keep him in there as long as he can until he retires.
He turns up the competitiveness of
Yeah,
every single
and
game.
yeah, definitely turns out the competitive. But it's more of just he's a household name. You want to see him in the All-Star game up until he retires, right?
Right.
So they don't want to snub him too many times, especially he hasn't made the All-Star game due to injury and selections, a couple times in the past year. So I think the NBA is realizing, okay, he's 36.
Mm-hmm.
This might be his last or close to his last All-Star game. So let's just go ahead and put him in for gracious sake.
And I think that's something that people really got to understand is that when these reserves and things like that, the NBA picks them. And if the NBA picks them,
they're getting coaches.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I was about to say. They get the feedback from coaches. Coaches are getting feedback from the players. So these are the people that were supposed to be in there. Those are the people from the people who are playing, from the people who are coaching. Those are the people who they picked. And so when you think of, well, is their favorites going on? Yes. With reserves, with injury replacements, yes, definitely there is some favoritism. There is some graciousness. People are trying to do the right thing. So I'm not mad at some of these selections, but there were some other snubs. Who else we got?
Tobias Harris from the Philadelphia 76ers. He was on the list. He did get snubbed out. I don't think he should have got in. He don't deserve it, but he was one of the people that was on the AKA snubs list.
Who is he replacing?
That's the question. I don't think anybody on this list. The only questionable person I might could say he could replace is Sabonis.
Yeah,
but it's still up in the air with that because that's not a guarantee. I'll probably still keep Sabonis in.
So just to break it down, they get selected into the pool, and then they get to choose from that pool. Okay,
correct.
Just to make sure. So he was selected into the pool, but didn't get chosen.
They ain't not get chosen.
Oh, that ain't no snub. That just mean nobody picked you on the playground, pimp.
Well, no, not the no. I'm talking about the coaches.
Oh, gotcha.
He was like his name was put in, but the coaches pick because after they get the starters.
He was picked by the fans to be in the pool.
Correct.
Was not picked by LeBron or Durant.
No. He was not picked by the coaches. Remember, the reserves are picked by the coaches.
Oh, right. Okay.
The starting five is picked by us, the fans. Whoever has the most All-Star vote,
okay,
gets the starting five spot. After that, the rest of the 7 is by coach's decision. So coaches will throw names in. Hey, I think so and so should make All-Star this year. Blah blah, and then from there they'll put the selection in, and then whoever makes that.
Then I think that's a lot more reasonable, to be honest. I mean, you can be mad, I get it, but like coaches don't think that you're good enough to be in it, bruh. So
yeah, but remember, a good amount of time. Well, I won't say good amount of time, but a few years ago, that's how Dame used to feel.
Yeah.
But now look at him.
And you gotta do headlines. Remember, it is a popularity contest.
It is.
And is Tobias Harris popular? Yes, for the wrong reasons. He's popular for getting lemon booty in the playoffs. So
I'm weak.
You don't think coaches see that and know that about you?
Yeah, but you can't base playoffs on All-Star.
Yeah, I know that. I'm just saying you have a reputation. And so that is nothing is all black and white. It's just all shades of gray. And so everything's mixed in. It's like a big pot of gumbo. Everything's going to matter. And so if they're thinking about you versus someone else, they may think, well, he get lemon booty in the playoffs. What if it's when it's a tight game at the end, if he's in the game.
He's going to be on the bench.
Yeah, but like,
Tobias Harris is not going to be on the court.
Do we even want that stench near
my gosh.
Really though, like, that's, and then again, over who?
Yeah,
that's always the question.
Over anybody. I'm looking.
I think that's more than anything. I'm just joking about.
Yeah, when you look down that list, I'm sorry, Tobias, you're having a great year this year, but nah.
Just have your great year and enjoy your rest for 2 weeks.
Another person that got snubbed, he has the numbers, but his team's not playing that well. From my team and from the hometown team that All-Star is being held, Tricky Trey Young.
That one was tough.
Especially All-Stars in Atlanta this year.
I honestly don't think Trey should ever miss another All-Star game.
Wow,
When you
that's a
think,
bold statement.
and you know how I am about All-Star, but when you think about an All-Star game, and then you look back to last year, Trey brings excitement.
Absolutely.
He needs to be in the game. This was one of the bigger snubs that I've seen, and it's feeling like Dame all over again. Dame brings excitement as well. He was kind of in the same mold as Trey, not as strong on defense, blah, blah, but that's perfect for the All-Star game.
Yeah,
so it's
'cause
like
not-
it
there's
didn't
no
make sense
defense
for so many
played.
years. And then, but who would we put him over?
Who, Dame?
No,
Trey?
Yeah.
Let me look at it. Your guards is Kyrie, Zach LaVine.
I didn't even have to go that far. I'm putting him over Kyrie.
Nah,
I
can't do
am.
that. I can't do that.
I
First
I
of
guess
all-
maybe I'm just a hater.
Yeah,
Kyrie
first of all,
don't do
I'll
it
be
for
honest
me.
with you. Trey's my guy. He plays for my team, but Kyrie Showtime.
Yeah.
No matter where you put Kyrie in China, you can put him in the States. You can put him on blacktop, NBA court, YMCA. Kyrie is big time Showtime. 50-point buckets, and he's gonna take some of my ankles.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm just
You
like,
don't, nah.
because I'm thinking of a lot of. I guess I'm not thinking about basketball as much because I'm like, all right, Kyrie, man, he's a champion. He's done everything. He's gotten every accolade except what did he win MVP?
No, he
So that's
could
the
have when he stayed
finals MVP was what I was talking
He
about.
doesn't have Finals MVP and he doesn't have regular season MVP. He would have got an MVP if he stayed in Boston though.
So for me, I feel like Kyrie, like I could put Trey over him and he wouldn't mind. He would just go burn sage and be okay. So I feel like it's time. It's time for these younger guys to get their shine. That's why I would love. And then the biggest reason is in Atlanta, bruh.
That's the biggest thing, yeah.
How do you allow that to happen?
Yeah,
someone in there got to be like, listen, I get it with Kyrie. I get it. But we got Harden. We had Durant. Like 3 guys? Nah. All right, Kyrie. All right. I mean, and then he's just going to go somewhere and fall off the flat earth that he believes in. He'll be all right. He'll be all right.
Yeah, but again, like I said, some of these guys are household names. The CP3s of the world, they gotta put them in because it's just like, when you think NBA, when you think All-Star, those are household names. And you try to have them in every year. That's why, I mean, I don't know if you remember, like over a decade ago, remember when Yao Ming used to play 18 games, that nigga would still make the All-Star game?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. It's Yao Ming.
Yeah.
This dude is the face of China
yeah.
at the time for the NBA. So it's like, and at that time, it was all about Yao Ming versus Shaq. So you had to have.
Days are over. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, you had to have Yao Ming in the All-Star game.
Yeah, that one was really, really
which
tough,
also
man.
leads to my biggest concern with the All-Star game, and I hope the NBA puts this into consideration. I think it's time for the All-Star game to take the format kind of like Team USA. I don't want the best of East versus West. I want the best 24 players in the league, period. I'll be honest with you. Utah, you're having a great year. But Rudy Gobert, I don't want to see you in the All-Star game.
Facts. Yeah, there's no reason for Rudy Gobert to be in there.
I don't want to see no Rudy Gobert in the All-Star game. For what? That's not exciting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but again, the All-Star game is rooted in, there's other things as well. There's contract agreements.
Exactly. I get that.
Contracts.
You get your bonus if you make it and all that. But if we're just talking about All-Star format, give me the top 24 best players in the game, no matter the conference, period, at that time. Get Rudy Gobert out of here. Get Nicholas Vucevic out of here. I ain't trying to see that.
And they should do, okay, so if there's contractual obligations, why can't we just name them an All-Star and just, not play them?
Well, then that gets kind of messy because then the guys who get in but not necessarily be named, do they get paid or do they get that incentive on their contract because of popularity or their playing style?
Yeah. Well,
so
I don't know how you change it, but
because really, if you think about it, All-Star. I mean, he never been an All-Star before, but if he was in an All-Star game, he would be exciting. You take somebody like Jamal Crawford.
Yeah.
But does Jamal Crawford get that clause in his contract?
Yeah,
Probably not.
I think but your point is really strong on the fact that a player like Rudy Gobert and
Yeah, like take Rudy, add Trey.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
beautiful,
You know,
beautiful.
take out Nicholas Vucevic and add maybe Rosen.
Those two guys, man, Vucevic and Rudy Gobert. I don't want to see that at all. I don't want to see 1 second of it.
Yeah.
Like, what are they? Vucevic is just gonna get 30 rebounds. Then what? Got no sauce.
Yeah, because, I mean, at least Jordan B is exciting because, you know, you can put the ball on the floor.
And he's a troll.
Yeah. And
that's
and Jokic, he's magical with the ball. You don't know what type of passes he's going to do. He's not athletic, but, you know, he's that big.
What, pray tell, is Nikola Vucevic going to do that makes me say wow?
Yeah.
He's going to come in, perch by the 3-point line, shoot threes, boards, and try to get as many shots as possible because he knows he's not coming back. Nikola Vucevic. Get out of here.
Yeah.
And then we got the COVID spreader himself, Rudy Gobert.
The COVID spreader.
Come on, man.
But yeah, I really wish the NBA, and again, if you're going to do the 24, I mean, obviously for contract reasons, pick from the people that's deserving to be in an All-Star game, of course. Mm-hmm. Don't just pick anybody just for playing style. But I hope they really do take that format, take the top 24 best for All-Star parameters reasons.
I agree.
I know it will lean more to a more guard-leaded game. I get that because guards run the league right now, and there's more exciting guards than big men. But I think for the All-Star format way, I think that would be the best route to go. Because, I mean, granted, he did get injured, but imagine you got Devin Booker on the floor, Steph Curry, Dame, James Harden, KD, Kyrie. Imagine all the guys on the floor at the same time. That's buckets after buckets.
Yeah.
ISO after ISO. That's what we trying to see.
Yeah.
Let
no defense being played.
Let Dame and Steph go at it for a couple of possessions.
Because they got the beef, the rivalry, the best logo shooter.
Exactly, you know. Let Devin Booker and Zach LaVine go at it for a little bit. You know, let LeBron and KD go at it for a little bit. Let Jokic and Embiid, you know, just give me that one-on-one. Come out here on the island. Who can put buckets up? You know, kind of like what that Team USA drill, that one-on-one drill they do every year. You know, it's just when you see those guys. I mean, you saw, you know, Victor Oladipo and KD, Paul George, Devin Booker.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, you never seen that clip?
No. I just realized Paul George isn't on the team, is he?
Yes, he is.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
So yeah, you know, that's the type of All-Star things. You know, we want to see the oops, we want to see the threes, we want to see the handles. Mm-hmm. We ain't trying to see 30 rebounds.
Facts. Who else? What other snubs? Do we have any more?
I think for the biggest names, I think that was pretty much it. I mean, there's guys that I should be in the All-Star game, but we're like, all right, pipe down. But I think
settle down.
Those were the bigger names that a lot of people were just like, wow.
Yeah, to me, Trey, man.
Yeah, Trey definitely, especially, you know, All-Star games in Atlanta.
Feel sorry for the balding guy.
That's definitely whoa, that was big. I don't know how y'all guys missed that.
Yeah.
But for another sector, before we wrap up, the NBA is doing a great job with this international market. Mm-hmm. If you look at it for the past 2 decades, the NBA has done a great job marketing these foreign players into the All-Star game, which put them on the big scene for the foreign markets. You know, back in the day we had Yao and Dirk. Now we got Luka, Rudy Gobert, we got Nicholas Vucevic, we got Jokic. Look at all these foreign guys that's in there, and the game is just growing and growing and growing and growing. And now I see why, you know, you got 300 million basketball fans in China now. And now it's not just China. You got Greece and Europe and stuff. And y'all NBA players, y'all better be thankful, because that's why you guys are able to get these big TV contracts and these big contracts on your pay. Because
well, I mean, in the end, their play is what's making it, because it's a cool sport. To be honest, it's a black male dominated sport, and so they see that. But then I'm excited as well of seeing different countries bring their own flair. Like you think of Manu bringing in the Euro step, and then you go back. Like there's some names, bro. Think of it. Let's go way back. Tony Kukoc. He was like that Euro guy that people are like, oh, Peja Stojakovic.
Correct, but
Vlade Divac.
At the same time, a lot of those guys did not make All-Star games. So,
So
their people in their country probably didn't get to see.
Oh no, they saw it.
Yeah, but
they saw it. They didn't see All-Star games.
But you gotta think about what All-Star. All-Star is a big stage.
Yeah.
Right. Back then, there's probably people in other countries that didn't get to see Kukoc play in Chicago because of time reasons.
Well, it's the opposite actually. So in all those other countries, because when you travel, you see it. The bigger games are what they do see. They don't
That's
see
true.
and then depending on where you are, like for example, Jamaica, you always get Miami Heat games. Like
because
if you're on a resort, whatever, Florida's right there. So it just depends. But they do see the bigger games. They don't see all the other regular games.
So all right, perfect example. Nikola Vucevic, who's watching Orlando games?
Exactly.
So now all the people from his country get to see him.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So shout out to the NBA for that, and great marketing too. Now you market it to different countries, different foreigners, and you just grow the brand, and obviously that's more money flowing in. So that I think that's dope. Man, I think we got about 5-6 foreign guys in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Obviously the biggest one is Luka that everybody wants to see, but the NBA definitely has done a great job with marketing foreign players, especially on the biggest stage of All-Star Weekend.
Before we wrap up, of course, one thing I want to say, I know you had your props for the NBA. The props for the NBA I want to give is bringing back the Kobe Bryant rules. Those are awesome. It made the game so much more fun. And I forget, remind me again, do you remember the rules for the Kobe Bryant rules?
Yes. So it's first to 24 each quarter.
Okay. So that's it? You don't have to go over that at all?
So whoever wins the quarter.
Okay.
So you got the time is still the same.
Mm-hmm.
The only difference is like it's kind of like how you play outside. Whoever's
21
to 24. So once whoever gets there first, it resets.
I like it. It's competitive. Now people aren't just going for stats because it's just 24 points. So it's not like
you're still going for stats.
Yeah.
Still going for stats, but it's just not. Because, I think for them, the All-Star game was kind of just getting so redundant. It was just the score was just going up every year, 120, 130, 140, 150. And then I think another thing, too, is that the guys were not taking it as serious when it came to third and fourth quarter back, a couple years ago. Now, like you saw last year, the fourth quarter was, hold on, timeout. LeBron, KD, Kawhi, AD, all y'all get in.
Yeah.
They put the best of the best on the floor, and we saw it. It came down to the last possession. LeBron versus the 80 at the top of the key. And I don't know if people realize, the photographer that took that picture, that's going into history. You got Spike Lee, Quavo, all these guys in the background, and you got LeBron holding the ball at the top of the key with Giannis in full-fledged defensive mode checking him.
Beautiful.
That's what we want to see.
That's what we want to see.
That's what we want to see. So... obviously, Team LeBron won last year by a free throw.
That's
AD.
And I think they changed the rules to where that cannot happen anymore because everyone was like, "Yo, we do not want to see that again."
Yeah, I don't like the free throw thing. I think if it's a foul, just do it out of bounds.
You do out of bounds. Yeah. You cannot give them to win on the free throw.
Yeah, but I think for time purposes, they probably just shoot the free throws. But from a fan standpoint, if it's the fourth quarter and it's one team is up by one, or if it's tied, nah. Yo, check it up top.
Facts.
You got to earn that bucket.
And I want to see a real check. Like, just give them the ball. Yeah. Check up.
Like.
And do you realize though where we're going? Like, we're going back to the playground. That's what it's becoming, that's what we all want to see. Capture the magic of Rucker Park.
Exactly.
And bring that back to the NBA. It's become too much. I mean, we watch professional ball all the whole season. Let's give us this one game so that we can get back to the blacktop.
Bit. Exactly. Yeah, let the structure be bent down a little bit. That's why I said, man, nah, Kyrie got to be in there though.
Yeah, I get you now.
Kyrie got beat there.
But you know, Trey. Anyway,
Kyrie
yeah,
got
I
that
get,
sauce,
I get you.
bro.
But we're not talking
think
Kyrie,
about it.
Trey. Really, it's really other folks. It's Vucevic and Aaron Gobert. Really.
Yeah. So I mean, this year we got Harden. We got this was KD was there, but we got Harden. We got Steph. We got Dame. There's some scores and some shooters out there. So
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a
fourth quarter. I hope they amp it up like they did last year because I wanted it to come down really to the last possession. So, but I'm definitely looking for the lives. Oh, LeBron to Giannis. Yeah.
And we know the production is going to be A1 in State Farm Arena. State Farm Arena is built for this.
Yeah.
If you haven't been, man, you are doing yourself a disservice. Get down to State Farm Arena for a game. You may not witness a win, but that's okay. The Hawks are winning a lot more than they usually do in the past few years. So
That's a fact.
so get down to State Farm Arena. Tell them Sports Cash sent you.
Absolutely. But on that note, thanks for chiming in to another week's episode. Again, don't forget, this week, 7 p.m. on Clubhouse, we will be discussing AllStar snubs. 7 p.m. on Clubhouse. This week, we'll be discussing Clubhouse snubs. So if you're not on Clubhouse...
AllStar snubs, not Clubhouse.
I'm sorry. Not Clubhouse snubs. Yeah, AllStar snubs. Sorry about that. But if you're not on Clubhouse, definitely join. And if you need an invite, hit us in the DMs on our social media, sports_cash_. And also be sure to keep that notification bell turned on so you can stay up to date on all new episodes that launch every week.
Yes, sir.
And again, we always like to hear from you guys. So you're more than welcome to leave a comment on the episode, what you think, what your input, what you guys want to hear, so we can just stay in tune with you guys and keep you guys up to date on content that we provide for you guys. And we always appreciate you guys chiming in. We'll see you guys next week.
All right, Cash Crew. Until next time.